Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to this Monday morning with Moloy. It's a fabulous journey. This hasn't so we have been getting a lot of interactions regarding our business excellence series, and like we promised, this week we are going to start off a 30-day series, 30 episode series, which means 30 Mondays about business and life transformation. That's the goal. Obviously there will be some people who will be watching this live like all of you like many of you do and give me feedback in my personal chat boxes, on my WhatsApps, on my emails. But there are a lot of people who don't see it live. But please visit our YouTube channels and you will have the entire series of business excellence which we have been doing. Proud to say we haven't missed a Monday since beginning of this year, and we have been constantly and consistently working on Monday mornings, 9:30, 9:35. Times may shift by about 5 minutes or so, but we have been there. So today is the journey on the business transformation. Because business, end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is your vehicle for having that a fantastic life. None of us started a business because we had nothing else to do. We started a business because we had a passion to fulfill. And through that passion, we certainly wanted to earn a certain amount of money. And through that money, I wanted to achieve my life goals. So if we first need to speak about life, how many of us became great in mathematics without ever studying mathematics? How many of us became great in physics, for example, or English grammar, for example, or geometry, for example, or aeronautical science, for example, without even studying it ever? The challenge is, if you're wanting a great life, we need to study life. If you want to be great in maths, you need to study maths. And in order to become a very, very successful business owner, you need to start to learn to have a great life. The sentence may feel overwhelming, but the fact of the matter is, amongst the multiple business owners that I speak to, very rarely do I have people who have written down set of life goals that they would want to achieve through whatever profession they're doing, whether it is a professional career or whether it is an entrepreneurship. My humble submission is, ladies and gentlemen, is start making that decision on the why. Understanding why I am doing currently is extremely critical. That is the fundamental. If you don't have an answer to the question why you are doing what you are doing, please go back to the drawing board and ask yourself. Because there will be situations, there will be people who will realize that why I am doing what I am doing currently in the why is missing. There's no purpose. And we spoke about purpose in our last session, the business excellence session. The last session we spoke about purpose. So that is your most fundamental element. I did my graduation in microbiology. I did my post-graduation in biochemistry. Today, when I look back, and I'm looking back at, say, 33 years back, 35 years back, and I ask this question, why did I do microbiology or why did I do biochemistry? I have no answer. Because probably it was done without addressing it to my purpose of life. So as we go forward and as we talk about the success parameters of life, the formula for success of life, you will realize that how important it is to have these clarity in mind. If you don't have the clarity, step back, take that action, take that step. If you need any help in doing that, please let me know. Please write to me and we will talk about it. If you've seen any of you who are watching me live, if you've seen my business card, you will have seen a statement. life is led backwards and planned forward. If I do not know where I want to go, if my destination is not clear or vaguely clear, or some kind of haziness around that, I cannot create a roadmap. And hence, the first thing that we are going to learn in this series, business and life transformation series 1, is the formula for success. And you would want to take a piece of paper and write this formula. This is not my formula, that comes in from Brad Sugars, the founder of Action Coach. And according to him, the formula for success is dream multiplied by goal, multiplied by learn, multiplied by plan, multiplied by action is equal to success. May sound complicated, we'll break it down, but for now, please write it down. Dream times goal times learn times plan times action is equal to success. So having written that down, let's look at the definitions of success. For many people, the definitions could be very, very different. For some, success is getting X amount of money. For some, success is being on the page 3. For some, success is able to feed their family. For some, success is buying their first car. But these are steps towards a successful journey. For me, one of the statements that I like about success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile goal. Again, link back to the last Monday morning of the last series of Business Excellence, where you spoke about the purpose. When I have a purpose, my success is that progressive realization to achieving that goal. Now take a piece of paper, ladies and gentlemen, and on the dream, goal, learn, plan, and action, give yourself a rating of 1 to 10. Where are you in your dreaming? Where are you in your goal setting? Where are you in your learning? Where are you in your planning? And where are you on your action taking? Let me put some water on this exercise, and let me confess that all of us mostly overrate ourselves. So be realistic. Even if it's 0, so be it, because you have that headroom for growth between 0 to 10. But if you tell me that I'm 9 at every level, then you must be one of the most successful human beings around on this planet. And look at yourself in the mirror and ask this question: am I among the top 10 individuals on this planet who are absolutely successful in whatever sphere it can be? Need not be only money. So do this exercise, and this exercise will start taking you on that journey of the formula for success. Let's start with the dream. How many of us have a written down dream? Think about it. Do we even dream? It's not about whether I can do it or I cannot do it, or I will fail in it. A dream is something that you do not know how it will happen. Dream is something you do not know whether it will happen. Dream is something that you have no clue about its achievement. And that's why it's a dream. It's a dream life. I want a 5,000 square feet mansion in Mumbai. I do not know how I will do it. I do not know whether it will happen, but that's a dream. Anything smaller than that can never be a dream. It will be just a goal. It just will be an action point. How do you dream big? Create a dream journal. Take the small writing pads, the spiral books that you get in the stationery shop. Take something that you can hold in your pocket, or for ladies, you can hold in your handbag, and create that as the dream journey, because the dreams is a reflection of what you see on this planet and you're attracted towards. And because we are inundated with so much stimuli around us that sometimes we really forget what we have seen, to take that and create sections. What's a dream car? What's a dream vacation? What's a dream house? What's a dream income? What's a dream adventure? What's a dream planning for your family? What's a dream planning for society? What's a dream planning for yourself? What is it? Create sections and write. We need to allow ourselves to dream. Look at us till the age of 7, maybe 5, maybe 7, maybe 9. We were allowed to dream. People used to ask us, what do you want to become in life? I would say pilot. And they say, fantastic. I have no clue how to become a pilot, but that was my dream. We were allowed to dream. People gave us the permission to dream, and we worked on that permission, and we used to dream. Like that common cliched statement that if you give an umbrella to two individuals, one a 50-year-old and a 5-year-old, and keep them in separate rooms and film what they're doing, you will see the difference in how that kid uses the umbrella. It could be as a hockey stick, it could be as a walking stick, it could be as a rifle, it could be anything. Whereas the 50-year-old like me would be sitting in that room waiting for the rains to come. As we cross the age of 15, 20, ladies and gentlemen, people stop encouraging others to dream. Because now it's all about, are you earning enough? Are you taking care of your family? Are you taking care of this? When do you want to get married? When do you want to have kids? And it's all about the to-do list that come up, and we turn pessimistic. We get into pessimistic situations. We let go of our dreams, and when we let go of our dreams, there's negativity that creeps in. It's all about the today, my bank balances, my card having fuel, my maid not coming, etc., etc. And we start looking at others from a non-dream state. It's all about only the today and the actions that need to be taken. Somewhere the kid in us has gone. Somewhere we have lost that ability to dream. So the first thing of the formula for success is start building your dream. Carry your dream journey. Whenever we try to dream, people force us to become more realistic, and we get into that escapist situation. So stop being an escapist. Because the magic that can happen once you put your dreams on paper is humongous. At least you have something to look forward to, something to get up in the morning and look at and say, okay, these are my dreams. It may take 10 years, it may take 5 years, it may take 30 years, it may take 40 years. I don't know how long it will take for each one of us to fulfill all our dreams. Because our dreams are something that I don't know how it will happen. But dreams have to be there. Because once you have a set of dreams, now you set up your goals. Remember the formula, dream times goals. Now you set up your goals. To fulfill my dream, what do I want to achieve in the next 5 years? And these become your goals. And they have to be, again, in that cliched format which we have learned in our B schools, the SMART format. Is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? Is it time-bound? All our goals in life has to be in that SMART format. It's no longer, I want to buy a car. No, sir. It's all about which car, what color, what should be the interiors looking like, and when will you buy them? So everything has to be smart. If you're today struggling, and sorry to say this, if you're struggling to earn 15,000-20,000 rupees a month, and your goal says in 5 years, I will have a Lamborghini, probably we are overarching ourselves, and it is not looking at the realistic space. And hence, the realistic space also needs to come in. You may want to have a dream of a Lamborghini, but in 3 years or 4 years, may be tough. Maybe you could look at something else, and maybe in 10 years and 15 years, you can certainly dream for that Lamborghini. It's not how much money I want to earn now. So everything has to be specific. It's not which car, not how much money, not I want to earn money. I want to know how much money. It should not be, the goal should not be I want to lose weight. By how much, by when? Because when we set our goals, we set a direction. Your direction has to be absolutely right. I tell a lot of business owners, even before you start gaining momentum and speed, is the direction right? Because if you are in the wrong direction and if you're overspeeding, the only thing that can happen is an accident. So set the directions, and the way to set the directions is having that goal set in place. Set your goals on the SMART model: specific, measurable, achievable, result-oriented, time-bound. Each of the goals for the next 5 years has to be based on this. Once you've set the goals, then comes the next one, which is your learning. What do I need to learn to be able to achieve those goals? For example, take somebody like me who goes to the gym once in a week probably, and does some cardio and weights. Tomorrow morning, if I want to get up and want to run a marathon, which is part of my goal list, I think I'll be the craziest nut on planet. Somebody who's not very fit, I'm fit, but somebody who's not very fit, in 1 week, he says, I want to run a 42-kilometer marathon. It's not going to work. So now I need to get into the learning mode. If my goal sheet says that I will run a marathon by March of 2023, what are the things that I need to learn? Like somebody very famously said, you cannot outperform your learning. Hence, you need to set learning goals. If you want to earn money, if you are today earning a lakh of rupees and you want to earn 10 lakh rupees per month in the next 5 years, you need to do something very different from what you're doing today. And if you have to do something very different today, you need to learn to do that things better, or even learn to start doing those things. Only then you'll be able to do it. And only then you'll be able to take that 1 lakh to 10 lakh. So everyone needs to have a learning goal. And the way of learning could be very different. Somebody could be a great reader. Somebody could be a great watcher of videos. Somebody could be great audios. Somebody could get into seminars. You could have different modes. See what works for you. How do you learn the best? How do you acquire the knowledge? How do you acquire the skill sets? So going back to the formula, we have spoken about dreams, we have spoken about goals, we have spoken about learning, and now starts the planning exercise. The funny part, ladies and gentlemen, is people who have recently got married or got married a few years back, or whose children are about to get married. Look at your planning that gets into a wedding. And without the planning, that wedding event will fail. Look at the amount of planning that gets into a seminar. When we plan so much for a wedding, why don't we plan for our life and businesses? Writing a plan without the learning will mean that you're planning from the current state of knowledge, which is crazy, because then you're going to get the same set of results that you've got till now. So before the planning, your learning should come in. It's not about a 1 year, 3 year plan. It's about your daily plan. How many of us are getting up in the morning, closing a day in the evening and having a set of goals that I want to achieve the next day? How many of us spend 1 hour on a Sunday and plan for the next week? 1 3-year plans are fantastic, which you need to do, but it's all about the daily plan, the small steps that you would want to take. The planning should not be to start a business. The planning should be what do you do after the businesses have started? How do you manage your team? How do you manage your clients? How do you manage your infrastructure? How do you manage your sales? How do you manage your marketing? How do you manage self? Because you will go through that roller coaster. Now, you have not learned how to manage teams. You have not learned how to do sales. You have not learned how to do marketing. You have not learned how to manage infrastructure. You have not learned how to manage self. Life will be a roller coaster, and the questions would be asked, why did I start the business? So look at all of that and say, am I learning enough to manage anything that is my weak point? And what am I doing on a daily basis to do that? So I set goals on a daily basis. It cannot be only financials. Your plans should include how many days of holidays, how many days of entertainment, how many days of networking, what will be your health goals. Because without goals, there is no focus. And I've seen a lot of people, and sometimes it happens with me as well, that I don't want to leave office and go home. Because all my planning and all my goals and all my actions are limited to my workplace. And I have nothing outside of that. So I don't want to go home because I don't know how I'll spend the time. But if I have something like a goal for example, it's part of my action plan for this year, is to learn the piano and learn to play the golf. I will have time to do that. I will find time to network. Then you can start taking actions. It's not that people plan to fail, but they fail to plan. So when you don't have a set of plans in place, you do not know what actions you need to be taking. So let's go back and revisit the success formula. Need to have a dream. From the dream, you need to have your goals. From the goals, you need to have your learning goals. What are your learning plans? From the learning plans, you need to come up with a set of 1 3-year and a daily plan. And then you need to take constant action to be able to achieve it. Like I closed last session with, I'm closing with the same statement, the most thought-provoking statement I've ever heard. The biggest risk that you can take in life is to do nothing. You can today decide, ladies and gentlemen, that I don't want to follow this formula for success. That's fantastic. But that's a risk that you're going to take. And that will be your biggest risk. I am capable of something great. You are capable of something great. Everybody around us is capable of a great life. So you need to do something about it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying back. And like every Monday morning, we will continue with this series next Monday, same place, same time. Please send us your feedback, send your comments, send your questions, anywhere where we can help you, because we are committed to our mission of impacting the lives of 500 entrepreneurs every week. On the 15th of July, we completed 7 years, and we revisited and reiterated and recommitted to this vision. And on that day, ladies and gentlemen, we also created our 31st March 2028 plans. And once you look at that plan, when I look at that plan, say how little I have achieved, because in 5 years, there's so much to achieve. The world is full of opportunities for every one of us. We need to follow this formula for success. I'll see you next Monday, same place, same time. Till then, have a fantastic week and have a profitable week ahead and a healthy week ahead. God bless. Thank you.